Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel 0 to 100s, and today I'm going to be doing the review of this beautiful BMW, the F850GS. This is a completely new model for the BMW middle range adventure bike. So it is the new modern iteration of the F800GS and the GSA. This bike here is completely redone. There is no part that is the same, and I love this bike. I've been on it for the last 10-15 minutes. I've tried it already on the dirt. I am super amazed with this bike. It has excellent suspension and I love it. It has excellent wind protection. The throttle response, amazing. It handles very, very well. It's a light bike that can do road and off-road with no problems whatsoever. There is a lot of plastic to this bike, but it is a really well built bike. I mean, BMW engineering, you cannot go wrong with it. The seat itself, it's got this new kind of silicone feel to it. It's non-slip, really good, right? Loving it. I love these hand guards, really good wind protection, so they deflect the wind completely away from your hands. Also helps you protect. It's a pity they are plastic, but nowadays they most of them come with this hard plastic. You can always replace them for aftermarket, I'm sure, right? The front of the bike, it's got the classic GS look with the beak. It's got quite a wide stance with the grills. The windscreen, adjustable on the fly. It's got this little lever so you can put it down, you can put it up. I'm surprised this windscreen and these side deflectors here do a really good job of deflecting wind. The lights are all LED, flickers are LED. Let's have a look at this side. Gears on this are silky smooth. The final chain drive I've mentioned already. It's a great looking bike. I love this bike. So you've got your GPS with the BMW toggle. It's got cruise control, as you can see here, hazards, your high and low beams. You've got menu here. Let's switch this baby on. I love this TFT color display on this bike. It is amazing. Look at that, very clear. You can see everything that you need to see, right? So you've got your different modes there: dynamic, enduro, rain, road, and basically I'm gonna do this on road. The menu changes the configuration, right? It's in Polish, of course. So big neutral sign there. You can see the gear selectors quite clearly there. So here's more information. You've got engine temperature, you've got tire information, you've got range to refuel, so 206 kilometers. Your electrics, right? You've got front and rear tire pressure. ABS standard on all bikes right now. You've got this additional 12-volt accessory switch there. I'm not sure what this SOS is. Okay, so if I'm presuming that if you have an accident or something is wrong, this will trigger something once you've connected your phone. Obviously this connects to Android and Apple. You've got your kill switch here and ignition. Listen to that exhaust. Yeah. Okay, so front to back. It has got the Michelin Anafi 3 tires. It is a 90 by 90 by 21 inch in the front, spoked wheels, 43mm upside down forks, protector, Brembo, dual disc, 4 caliper, ABS, spotlights on this model, full LED configuration, radiator protector is in plastic, dry sump. It has got a parallel twin, foot pegs are rubberized. I like the brake and the foot pegs here, nice and wide, non-slip for off-road purposes, typical, very good. Nice crash bars that can protect the bike. Yeah, this bike has already fallen, you can see it's a bit scraped on the crash bars, nothing on the body, so you can see it does protect the motorcycle quite well. The back tire sports the 150 70 17 inch, right? So it's quite a smallish tire in the back, but taking these Michelin Anakis 3 off-road, I can tell you now the grip was surprisingly good. Suspension on this bike, fantastic, fantastic. I'll be honest, this is one of the best off-road mid-range bikes. The way it handled was superb, and I didn't even have it in enduro. I was doing road on this bike and it was handling fantastic, right? So I am really impressed with the new F850GS. I did ride the F800 and I did not like it, but this bike I am loving. It is a really, really good bike and I'm surprised. And this is, in my opinion, a direct competitor to the Africa Twin, which everybody knows is good, but I would put this bike as it stands right here higher than the African Twin. This is my honest opinion. Guys, these reviews are all subjective. You have to try the bike yourself. Ride it. You won't be disappointed. This bike handles superbly. It's good for touring. It's good for off-road. And I'm going to stop talking now and let's go for a ride. Let's go for a ride. Okay. It's got keyless entry. Stand up. Loving it. I am loving it. Alright, so the BMW 850GS. I've test rode the 800 version. This bike here is a complete refresh of the bike. So from the ground up, everything on this bike, there's not one part that is the same. It's completely redone. And I can tell you now that this feels very different to the 800 GS. It's got a new engine, so it's a parallel twin. The bike itself very comfortable, sitting position, upright. It's got a huge front fairing, so your legs hug quite comfortably on the bike. It's got nice throttle response, very nice throttle response. It was in 6th gear, so plenty power. Rides nicely, really good suspension on this bike, and the wind protection is just hitting above my visor, and I'm 1.82 meters tall. You can adjust the windscreen on the fly. So yeah, that's the lower position. And the wind protection on this bike is really good. So on the lowered position, it's hitting me just above the shoulders. Just above the shoulders. So if you want the extra position, so it goes now above the visor. Yeah, but I'm surprised. It's got really good wind protection. This engine has got 90 brake horsepower, and it does very, very well. Very, very well. It's nice and nimble. Yeah, really nice and nimble. Easy bike to handle. Good brakes. I mean, it's got dual pistons, dual discs in front, 43mm upside down forks. Let's take her off-road. A little bit of off-road soft sand. 21-inch tire is very well suited for this, and so are the Anafi tires. Oh, this thing is fantastic. This thing is fantastic off-road, I can tell you that much. This thing just, you don't feel that you're doing off-road. Fantastic. Oh, this is fantastic, guys. The standing position on this bike is just as comfortable. The foot pegs, nice non-slip grip, really good. This bike inspires confidence off-road, I can tell you that much. This is a brand new bike and I'm not afraid to push it at all. Doing 61 kilometers on this soft gravel is not something that I would do with my big heavy adventure bike, never mind the GS. Now this weighs in excess of 200 kilograms, yeah, so it's much lighter. I think it weighs 229 kilos. Wow. You accelerate, the back kicks out, it goes left and right, but then quickly straightens up. Again, amazing stance. So the standing position on this bike, superb. Really nice. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. What a good off-road machine. Man, this thing even handles the soft sand so well. I guess the 21-inch 90 by 90 front tire is really biased more to off-road than road. Like the Africa Twin, this handles the dirt proper and well. You can really have a good off-road adventure with this bike. Soft soil, no problem. You accelerate, it keeps on track. Fantastic. Yes. I'm really happy with that. Enduro settings on this bike are good. Still a little bit of a road test now. Throttle response very good. Gears silky smooth. Clutch very, very light. Very light clutch. Quite quick to reach 6th gear on this. The dashboard is nice and clear. The TFT display, it's got basically everything. And I'm on road at the moment. I should have gone off-road. So dynamic, enduro. You can set everything on the fly. Hello there, buddy. What else have you got? So rain, road, dynamic, enduro. Let's put it on road. I'm really surprised with the wind protection of this windscreen. Very nice, very comfortable. Okay, so the mirrors, good enough. Yeah, they're not the biggest, but they are clear enough so I can see everything that is going on behind me. Good visibility. Handlebars nice and wide and comfortable, so it's not stretched out. The seat, yeah, it's a bit hard, but it's comfortable. The height of the bike as well, being 1.8 to 2 meters, I can easily reach the ground. You get 4 different seats for this bike. So you can get a lower seat, you can get a higher seat. I think the standard is about 86 millimeters from the ground. Let's see how this handles cornering. Oh yeah, very easy and simple to maneuver. Very, very nice. I do like these hand guards. They also give you maximum wind protection on your hands, on the gloves. But this display, I must say, is amazing as well. Yeah, you can see the rev, the color, everything is really good. So you've got the time, you've got the temperature, you've got your rev counter, and of course you've got your speed and you've got your odometer. That's all the information you need. I can't really see where is the fuel gauge. Oh, okay. So you've got additional options here. There we go. The range 211 kilometers on the tank. Very good. What else is there? Oh, so yeah, nice display. Trip 1, 455 kilometers. Clutch is super light. Super light. So I love this engine and what they've done to it. So it's a parallel twin that puts out enough torque and horsepower like a V-twin. So they've redesigned it, of course, with lower cranks, and it is very well counterbalanced, so you don't have any vibrations on the engine. It's smooth, really smooth engine. For a parallel twin, the sound is great. It's not overwhelming. It handles really good around the corners. So the motor for a parallel twin is excellent, I must say. Very happy with what they've done to this motor. So I have ridden a lot of bikes, a lot of big adventure bikes. I have the Honda Cross Tourer and I love my bike. It's 4 years old. I've put 50,000 kilometers on it. It's time maybe to upgrade to something more. Technology is getting and moving on ever so quickly. These bikes now all come with ABS standards, LEDs, TFT screens, now color displays instead of the mono colors. The traction control, the riding modes, everything is so much more advanced. And particularly with BMW, the electronics are unmatched in my opinion. There's suspension on these bikes, on the GS and on the F850GS. I haven't ridden anything that has impressed me as much as this bike. This bike's suspension, I think, is where it shines. Honestly, it's perfect. Whoa, fantastic. That wasn't even a big jump on the speed bump. The shock was handled quite well. Let's do this again. Fantastic. Fantastic. Like I said, I'm most surprised with the suspension on this bike. I'm going to go do some more off-roading on this because it was that good. On the road, guys, honestly, I have no downsides on this bike. No downsides whatsoever. And I'm just going to enjoy myself. Alright, let's slow down to third gear, go over the bump. Oh, what excellent suspension. Honestly, I must consider getting myself one of these bikes. Okay, alright, so I found one thing that I'm unhappy about, but I guess it's not a showstopper in any way, guys. I have to look for something that I'm unhappy with this bike because it's so damn good. So I do think that the instrumentation cluster on the left side is a little bit too cluttered and too close to each other, so I've pressed the horn by mistake twice now, thinking that it is the flicker switch. But again, this is something minor, guys, because this bike is so damn good. I love this bike. Anyway, so it is a little bit too close to each other and you can easily make a mistake, yeah, but I guess you will get used to this, right? Nothing too dramatic. Very good, very, very good. Very good indeed. Very, very good indeed. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh baby, yeah! Nothing wrong with that. From the off-road onto the road, off you go on tour. I can ride for kilometers on this. I can see it's not a bike that makes me tired. It's not a bike that makes me tired at all. Brakes, fantastic. Stopping power, nothing. Right. Nothing wrong with these brakes, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing wrong with these brakes at all. Fantastic little bike. Well, little. It's not that little. It's an 850. But I've got to say, it is so much better than the F800GS. They've re-engineered this bike to be miles ahead. This is now a proper off-road. The F800GS was a good bike. It was a good adventure bike. This is so much better. This is so much better. Ladies and gentlemen, do yourselves a favor. These reviews are subjective. Don't take my word for it. Go to the dealer, get on this bike, try it out. You will not be disappointed. This thing is fantastic in every way. That's all I've got to say. 0 to 100. Over and out. Woohoo!
Thank you for watching my channel 0 to 100 Adventure, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe and share to help a guy grow his channel. And if you want to watch more of my videos, please follow the links to the right. Thank you and hope to see you soon.